In a lush, green forest filled with the songs of birds and the rustling of leaves, a small ant was busily scurrying across the forest floor. It was a beautiful spring morning, and the ant marveled at the sunlight filtering through the canopy above. "What a beautiful morning this is!" the ant exclaimed, feeling a rush of joy. Overhead, a cheerful bird fluttered through the air, riding on the gentle breeze. "Yes, it's a great day to spend some time in nature," the bird responded, swooping down close to the ant. Suddenly, the forest's harmony was disrupted by the sound of footsteps. A human had entered the forest, looking around with a contemplative expression. "This forest is beautiful, but I need some firewood," the human said to himself, holding an axe. Without a second thought, he approached a tree with the ant sitting on it and started chopping. "No, don't do that!" the ant screamed in panic, gripping onto the tree bark as tight as it could. The human didn't hear the tiny voice. With a final chop, the tree fell. The ant tumbled to the ground, dazed and confused. The bird quickly swooped down to its friend, worried. "What are you doing?" the bird cried, its voice filled with frustration and sadness. The human glanced at the small animals, not fully comprehending their distress. "I need firewood for heating," he replied simply, as though it were the most natural thing in the world. Tears welled up in the ant's eyes. "But this is our home," it cried, looking at the fallen tree that had once provided it with shelter and safety. Ant, sitting on a tree stump in pain. "What are we going to do now?" Bird, sitting next to ant. "I don't know. The humans destroyed our home." A group of other animals come. Another animal. "What happened?" Ant, crying, "Humans cut down the tree we lived in." Another animal. "This isn't fair." All of the animals agree that what the humans did was unfair. In the heart of the dense, moonlit forest, the animals were gathered under a majestic old oak tree. The rustling leaves whispered secrets to the silent night as the creatures huddled in a circle. The atmosphere was tense as they confronted the pressing issue at hand. The little ant, with its determined antennae pointing towards the sky, broke the silence. "We must do something. We can't let the humans destroy our home," she said, her tiny voice filled with resolve. The bird, perched on a low-hanging branch, fluffed its feathers in agreement. "I concur. We must protect our forest," he chirped sternly. A rabbit, with its ears twitching nervously, voiced the concern many felt. "But how? We are just small animals." The ant, undeterred, rubbed her tiny front legs together as she thought deeply. "I have an idea," she finally declared, her eyes gleaming with hope. The animals leaned in closer, eager to hear her plan. "We will work together," the ant explained. "It's true we are small, but if we unite, we can become a force to be reckoned with." The bird nodded. "I can fly and keep a lookout for any approaching danger," he suggested. The rabbit, finding courage, added, "We can use the burrows to move undetected and set up our defenses." A wise old tortoise, who had been quietly listening, slowly raised his head. "And I can use my knowledge of the forest's ancient paths to guide us," he said in his deep, gravelly voice. The place, the forest. The time, the next morning. Characters: the ant, the bird, a group of other animals, human. Dialogue. Human returns to the forest. "I need more firewood." The animals come out of hiding. Ant stands in front of the human. "You cannot do that." Bird stands next to the ant. "We won't let you destroy the forest." Other animal stands next to the ant and the bird. "We are with you." All the animals stand in front of the human. Human looks at the animals. What are you doing? Ant looks into the human's eyes. We are defending our home. Bird looks at the human. We are defending nature. Other animal looks at the human. We are defending our right to live. The human stands silent for a long time. Human boasts to the animals, I was wrong. I won't cut trees again. In a beautiful green forest, all the animals lived happily together. One sunny day, a little ant named Anna was busy gathering food. Nearby, a colorful bird named Benny flew around, singing cheerful songs. Then an unexpected visitor came, a human named Sam. At first, the animals were worried because they had never had a human in their forest before. But Sam sat quietly under a tree and began planting small trees and flowers. Anna, being curious, approached him and said, "Why are you doing this?" Sam smiled warmly and replied, "I want to help make your home even more beautiful." Benny circled around Sam, chirping joyfully, "We're happy you understand." Another animal, a friendly deer named Daisy, came over and gently patted Sam on the shoulder. "We are friends now." From that day on, Sam visited the forest often to care for the plants and to enjoy the company of his new animal friends. The forest buzzed with happiness as the animals and Sam lived in perfect harmony and peace.